So, let us begin.
Let's begin.
Yes. I see writing there. Dory Lee is watching, which is wonderful. Megan Campbell. Megan is watching. And we're doing it with Kenny's little phone. And I miss the big computers. Marianne Goldstein is there. How wonderful.
And she says it's a little too low. Can you try to look right here? There, good.
Okay. I'm reading at the same time.
Yes.
Let me say, I love you all. Forgive me, but this is not my world, and I'm hopelessly lost within it. But we'll get through, and Kenny will tell me when I can really speak.
Right now.
As in right now.
Right now.
Okay. Poor Kenny is being crippled. He's on the floor.
No, I'm totally comfortable.
Are you comfortable? Good.
Yeah, Julie says the volume's a bit lower than usual because we have a new iPad and so none of our microphones work.
If I hold the phone...
But we just bought a lavalier and that should be working for next time.
Okay. Can I hold the phone so I don't have to bend?
Well, here. I think it'll be a little shaky.
I am a little shaky.
Let me hold it for you.
Yeah.
You tell me where to hold it.
Okay. How about on the table?
It'll be too far. They won't hear you.
Okay. Okay. What I want to talk about today is very important to me. You know, things are happening in this country which I need to speak about. I was a hidden child during the Hitler time. I remember the terror of hiding. And when they came to get my father, my mother hid us, my brother and me, in the linen closet. And I want to speak about terror because we are beginning to inflict it on too many people.
Yes.
On too many children who are being hidden because of the fear of deportation, of being taken away from your family. Now, I see the writing from everything, and I love it. But I don't see myself, but enough for me to speak and tell you what I need to speak about. First of all, I love this country, and I am grateful to it. But when we speak of this country, I got the story of what the Statue of Liberty was told to say. And the saying is, give me your old, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free. It is those masses who created America, the America I love, the America I know. If the only way you portray people wanting to come into this country as huddled masses, then who needs them? Why can't we say, we made America great? We came. What did we do? We got the Red Cross. We got Medicare. We got Medicaid. We created greatness. Let us begin to speak of America as a great country, which we are. Let me go further.
Thank you.
When we are children, we are told, don't look conceited. Lower your voice. Be nice, be polite. I don't want to be nice and polite. I want to tell you how great this country is. and to ask you not to terrify everybody about it. It is great. Those huddled masses created us, made this country great. And it is great. Somebody said once, we're always told as children not to accept compliments. Accept them. If somebody tells you you look good, say thank you and feel good. If somebody tells you, I love what you're wearing, don't say this old thing. Say, thank you, I love it too. Let us begin to speak as if we're honorable. Let us stop speaking of ourselves as useless. We're not. We are great. And let us not have to hide from our own country. Because we are a great country. So I would like to ask you to change the way you speak. I learned that from the people from Eyewitness News, Tony and Marian, who told me wonderful things about me. And when I was just about to say, but that's not me, I suddenly realized it is me. I am wonderful. Let us begin to speak of ourselves as who we really are.
And can I interrupt and say something? Yes. I want to tell you all that on July 31st, the Long Beach Historical Society is going to be honoring Hetty. At 7 p.m., there's going to be a show. She's going to be speaking. It's going to be a show of her work. Yeah, so that's on the 31st. And on the 10th of this month, this Thursday, a documentarian from the Holocaust Museum in Glen Cove is coming to create a short film about Hetty. And I also want to say that John Taracuso's gorgeous documentary is now on her website. And on her website, you can also purchase her poster, Eric's Full Circle Legacy. So I just wanted to say all of those different things. It won't be a Zoom, although maybe there will be a way that we could put it on Zoom. That's actually a really interesting idea. Tammy, maybe we can do that. It's going to be live. Meanwhile, let me say, Eileen is watching, and Tammy is asking if it's going to be a Zoom. Eddie is saying, sorry I'm late. Love you, Hetty and Kenny. We love you too. Marsha's asking if we can make it louder. Marsha, I hate to say we can't because Hetty got a new iPad and it's going to need a whole new microphone system, which I just bought, and it will be ready next Monday. Promise. And Kent is here, and he says, hi, Hetty, and Dory is watching, Tibor is watching. Tammy says, I can hear you and see you. I dislike the new plugs on the Apple products. Tammy, I'm right with you. Megan says, I hear you fine. Marcia says it keeps freezing and it's too low. Julie says, yeah, the volume is a bit lower than usual, but we can hear you. And Megan is saying, sing, and I can hear you. Good evening. Marcia's saying it's on and off. And Julie is watching. And there we are. So those are some Hetty things.
It's a miracle. But I have to adjust myself to a new world. And I will do that because I was able to see on television planets that died trillions of years ago. I have to change. I have to become somebody who asks questions until she understands. I come from the old world where everything is written down in booklets. If you buy a refrigerator, it gives you a booklet and tells you what to do. And I want booklets again. But in the meantime, this miracle, Kenny's holding a little phone, and everyone who's saying something is on that little phone. And my eyes work. Turn up your volume very hard on my device.
Dory says, turn up your volume very loud on my device. I'm not sure what that means. And Paula Lakshan says, love you both. And Eileen Cutler is watching. Julie is so excited to watch John's documentary again. Thank you. Yes.
I am so proud. Look, we'll get used to it because we don't have a choice. But I think cavemen felt the same way when the first tools were made.
Can you say more about what we can do and what we should do and how to handle what's happening in America now?
Yes. Don't give in to the blasphemy of saying America is bad. America is a miracle. It is not poor huddled masses. It is amazing people who created us. And I do not like children being hidden because they did that to me during Hitler time. It is happening now because of ICE. Because children's families are being deported. Just said low battery.
That's okay. That's okay.
Watch us grow. Watch during the next few years how incredibly Hetty is going to learn how to handle a computer. Because I must. Because I love America. And I need to fight for it and speak for it. And right now I'm speaking of my America must not allow children to be hidden so that ICE does not take them away.
Thank you.
And that's my new quest. And I shall win because I am an American. Not an American born here, but an American who fled here and will continue to fight for this America and show you how wonderful we are and forget about the huddled masses. We are peacemakers and builders. Now think a minute about immigration. There was a time when people had 5 or 6 children. Now the birth rate is so low. Very few people having children, especially not in quantities. We must import workers. We must not shut the doors against them. We need them. What we're doing is we're terrifying people who want to come here. We're cutting off our nose to spade our faces. Okay? During Hitler's time, they offered incentives for people to have children. Maybe we'll be doing. But let the workers in. Don't deport our future. That's my important speech today.
Don't deport our future. Wow.
Yeah.
Mom, I'm going to ask you to hold this and look at it while I get the charger. I wasn't expecting to use my phone, folks, so thank you.
But you know what? There was a time we couldn't drive. There was a time we couldn't do anything that we're now able to do. And we will learn. Kenny?
Yes.
Kenny is learning how to handle all my little gadgets.
I'm back, thank you. Oh, you're holding it really well. You're holding it better than I was.
I want to tell you something else. There's a message here from Pete. I am a friend of a man who walks the boardwalk and asks people about their lives, just the way I was when I went into the streets to paint people. And he spoke to me about who I was, and I told him I was born in Vienna, Austria. And Hitler came, and we were lucky enough to escape. And he said to me, "Have you ever heard of the Kindertransport?" And I said no. And so I learned about British people. Many of them were Quakers who went to Vienna, the city where I was born, and said, "Give me your children, and I will send them away to safety." You must imagine the courage it took for parents who knew death was waiting because Hitler was going to kill all Jews, and said so openly. And yet these people gave their children to, I just have to show you the book, Kenny.
Sure. And should I read the quotes?
Kindertransport.
I don't know where it is, Mom. You've shown it though. You've shown it before many times. Yeah. I don't see it here. Should I read the feedback? Okay.
So
Paula.
There were people. Let us be people who rescue people instead of deporting them. We're losing the people we need to create the world. And I'm just reading parts of what all of you have said, and I'm so happy. Julie Williams. Julie is part of the world that I love. When I could paint, when I could go into the streets and paint. Eileen Cutler is watching. She wrote books. We are so amazing. We're such an awesome country of awesome people. Don't deport the ones who belong here.
Should I read to you?
Yes.
Okay. So, Eileen says, every once in a while we do lose you, but keep going. Technology is challenging. Tammy says, the Los Angeles mayor was brave enough to face ICE today in the city park and compel them to leave. She was very brave, and I was proud of what they did. Peter says, you are so wise, Hetty. Thank you for speaking out. Eileen says, you would think we would have learned from history. Brendan Fay says, don't deport our future. Hetty Page.
I have to tell you about Brendan Fay. Brendan Fay is an activist, and through him I learned one of the most important lessons of my life. Let me tell you. He said, we went to a dance, and it was a very special thing in my heart because it was done by people who once were told they were not good enough. Gay people. Where the word gay comes from, I don't know. Because I would just use brave. And these were people who had a ball. And I was there. And Brandon said, would you dance? And I pointed to my wagon, which is my walker, because I can't walk. And I said, but I have this. He says, that's okay, I'll go with you. And we went out on the dance floor. The dance floor was empty. And Brendan and I and my walker. And the floor was empty. And what I did was, people began to stop and look. And I waved my hands like this, come, come, come. And they came. And those who had been hiding suddenly went like this. And suddenly the dance floor was packed. And my favorite memory is that all we are, we need to be asked. And when we are asked, you need the courage to stand up and come. And the dance floor was packed, and I learned, ask. And I'm asking you, don't deport us. Don't deport the people we need. Let them come to us. We need a workforce. We need children to be born. We need us to bring you to us.
Beautiful. There are a few more comments. Should I read them? Should I read the comments?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Eileen says, the cruelty we are witnessing is impossible to accept. So we are doing what we can to counter this with love and solidarity. We won't give up, just like you and Tibor.
I love it. Use Brendan Fay.
Tammy says we should cut his pay. Brendan says, thank you, Hetty, for the stories of your life shared from your heart. Eileen is watching. Julie says, love you, Hetty. So many people are fighting against this awful injustice and cruelty. Let's keep the faith.
Get Megan.
I will. I'm going down. Megan says, oh, Hetty, what a beautiful story. And Brendan says, Hetty Page, you inspired people to the dance floor and to life.
I'm so glad. Let us inspire them not to ruin our country.
Yes.
And thank you, Kenny, for the water. We are asking you like this. Come to us. Be our workforce. Be our freedom. Be our mixed colors. When I was bringing up my children, my neighborhood was white. When they went to school, everybody was white. They asked me to speak in Oceanside at the school, which had always been white. I walked in. The room was filled with different colored people. And I said, how did you do it? And one of the teachers said, no, you did. All of you did. And I say to you, let my country remain great. And you be the ones who do it. Don't let children be afraid of their parents being deported.
Beautiful. Okay. We have one more comment. Phyllis Lit Labuti says, hi, Hetty. Phyllis Labuti, do you remember my daughter Eileen? She took your art class when she was young. We always loved you and had many pictures framed at your store. You are a blessing.
Thank you. I love you. I love this country. And I love you. Let this country remain great. Keep it from the terror of deportation. Goodbye. I love you all.
Oh, Peter says, your love and wisdom and empathy goes out on the internet and inspires us all. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Bye-bye.